A blanket of smoke. Southern California chokes on wildfire fumes. The region is currently experiencing one of the worst air quality crises in recent history. Southern California is facing a serious air quality crisis. The skies are filled with a dense layer of smoke, making it difficult to see even a few miles ahead. The air is thick with smoke and ash. Residents are finding it hard to breathe, and the smell of burning wood is pervasive. This is due to a combination of raging wildfires and strong winds. The fires have been spreading rapidly, fueled by dry conditions and gusty winds that make containment efforts challenging. The situation is particularly dangerous for vulnerable populations like children and the elderly. These groups are more susceptible to respiratory issues and other health complications caused by poor air quality. Health officials are urging everyone to take precautions. They recommend staying indoors as much as possible, using air purifiers and wearing masks if you need to go outside. The South Coast Air Quality Management District has issued numerous health advisories. These advisories provide guidelines on how to protect yourself from the harmful effects of the smoke. These warnings cover a wide area, stretching from Santa Barbara down to San Diego. The smoke has spread across hundreds of miles, affecting millions of residents. The air quality is expected to remain poor for several days. Meteorologists predict that the smoke will linger, exacerbating the already dire situation. This is a stark reminder of the growing threat wildfires pose to public health. As climate change continues to create more extreme weather conditions, the frequency and intensity of wildfires are expected to increase, putting more lives at risk. Firefighters are working tirelessly to contain the blazes, but the scale of the fires makes their job incredibly difficult. Community members are also coming together, offering support and resources to those affected. Shelters and evacuation centers have been set up to provide refuge for those who have had to leave their homes. Volunteers are distributing masks and other supplies to help people cope with the hazardous conditions. Environmental scientists are studying the long-term impact of these wildfires on air quality and public health. The data they collect will be crucial in developing strategies to mitigate the effects of future fires. Community meetings are being held to discuss wildfire preparedness and response strategies. Residents are sharing their experiences and learning how to better protect themselves in the future. The contrast between the clear skies before the wildfires and the current smoky conditions is stark. It serves as a powerful reminder of the impact that these natural disasters can have on our environment and our health. Families are adapting to the new reality by keeping their children indoors and using air purifiers to maintain a safe environment at home. It's a challenging time, but the community is resilient. The support for firefighters and first responders has been overwhelming. Thank you signs and messages of gratitude are visible throughout the community, highlighting the collective effort to overcome this crisis. Despite the challenges, there is hope. A hopeful sunrise breaking through the smoke symbolizes the resilience and recovery of Southern California. Together, the community will rebuild and emerge stronger from this ordeal. 35 infernos. Rage wildfires fuel air quality crisis. The state of California is currently facing an unprecedented wildfire season, with flames spreading rapidly across vast areas. As of today, January 8, 2025, 35 wildfires are actively burning across California. This alarming number of active fires is putting immense pressure on firefighting resources and local communities. These fires are producing massive plumes of smoke that are visible for miles. The smoke is not only a visual reminder of the devastation, but also a significant health hazard for residents in the affected areas. The largest of these fires, the Creek Fire, has already consumed over 100,000 acres. This fire alone has forced thousands of residents to evacuate their homes, leaving behind everything they own. The fires are being fueled by dry conditions and strong winds. These weather conditions create the perfect storm for wildfires to spread uncontrollably, making it nearly impossible to predict their path. These conditions make it extremely difficult for firefighters to contain the blazes. Firefighters are working around the clock, often in dangerous and exhausting conditions, to try and bring these fires under control. The smoke from these wildfires contains a dangerous cocktail of pollutants. These include particulate matter, which can penetrate deep into the lungs and bloodstream, carbon monoxide, which can reduce the amount of oxygen that can be transported in the bloodstream, and ozone, which can cause respiratory problems and other health issues. Breathing in these pollutants can have serious health consequences. People with pre-existing health conditions, such as asthma or heart disease, are particularly vulnerable. They can trigger asthma attacks, heart attacks, and exacerbate other respiratory conditions. The impact on public health is profound and far-reaching, and even lead to premature death. The long-term health effects of exposure to wildfire smoke are still being studied, but it is clear that the immediate impact is severe and life-threatening for many. Communities are coming together to support those affected, with shelters providing refuge for evacuees and volunteers distributing masks and other supplies to help protect against the smoke. Local residents are sharing their harrowing experiences, recounting the fear and uncertainty as they fled their homes. The destruction left in the wake of these fires is heartbreaking, with many losing everything they have worked for. Environmental scientists are closely monitoring the situation, studying the impact of these wildfires on air quality and the broader environment. The air quality index in many areas has reached hazardous levels, posing a significant risk to public health. Government officials are addressing the crisis, coordinating emergency response efforts and providing resources to support affected communities. The scale of the response required is immense, highlighting the severity of the situation. In the aftermath of these fires, efforts to rebuild and restore the affected areas will be crucial. Reforestation projects and community rebuilding initiatives will play a vital role in helping these communities recover and move forward. As California continues to battle these devastating wildfires, the resilience and strength of its communities will be tested. The road to recovery will be long, but with collective effort and support, it is possible to rebuild and heal from this crisis. The Devil's Breath. Santa Ana winds fan the flames and spread the smoke. These winds are notorious for their intensity and unpredictability, often catching residents off guard. They sweep across the landscape with a ferocity that can turn a small spark into a raging inferno within minutes. The situation is being exacerbated by the Santa Ana winds. These winds are not just a seasonal nuisance, they are a significant factor in the spread of wildfires. The dry, hot air they bring can dry out vegetation, making it more susceptible to catching fire. These strong, dry winds originate in the Great Basin and blow towards the Pacific Ocean. As they descend from the high desert, they compress and heat up, losing moisture and gaining speed. This process creates the perfect conditions for wildfires to ignite and spread rapidly. They are known for their ability to fan wildfires and spread smoke over vast distances. The winds can carry embers miles away from the original fire, starting new blazes in areas that might have otherwise been safe. The smoke from these fires can travel even further, affecting air quality in regions far removed from the flames. The Santa Anas are expected to continue blowing for several more days. This prolonged period of high winds means that firefighters will have a tough time containing the existing fires, and new fires could start at any moment. The extended forecast shows no sign of relief, with wind patterns remaining strong and consistent. This means that the air quality in Southern California is unlikely to improve anytime soon. Residents are advised to stay indoors as much as possible and to wear masks if they need to go outside. The combination of smoke and dust in the air can cause serious health issues, particularly for those with respiratory conditions. The community is bracing for a challenging few days ahead as they cope with the dual threats of fire and poor air quality. Red Alert South Coast Air Quality Management issues dire warnings. The South Coast Air Quality Management District has issued a Level 4 smog alert for much of Southern California. This is the highest level of alert. It means that the air quality is unhealthy for everyone. The agency is urging residents to stay indoors as much as possible. They are also advising people to avoid strenuous outdoor activities. Section 5. A Tale of Two Cities, Why Some Areas Suffer More. While the entire region is affected, some areas are experiencing worse air quality than others. This is due to a number of factors, including proximity to the wildfires, wind patterns, and local topography. For example, communities located in valleys tend to trap smoke, or near mountains tend to trap smoke. This leads to higher concentrations of pollutants. Section 6. When to stay inside, understanding health advisories. It's important to understand the different levels of air quality advisories. The Environmental Protection Agency uses a color-coded system called the Air Quality Index, or AQI. Green and yellow indicate good to moderate air quality. Orange means unhealthy for sensitive groups. red is unhealthy for everyone. Purple and maroon signify very unhealthy and hazardous conditions. Section 7. Protect yourself. Practical tips for breathing easier. There are several steps you can take to protect yourself and your family from the harmful effects of wildfire smoke. First, stay indoors with windows and doors closed. Use an air purifier if possible. Avoid strenuous outdoor activities. Wear an N95 mask if you must go outside. And of course, drink plenty of fluids to stay hydrated. Section 8. Technology to the rescue. Air purifiers and apps. Technology can play a role in helping you stay safe during wildfire season. Air purifiers with HEPA filters can remove harmful particles from the air inside your home. There are also several apps available that provide real-time air quality data. These apps can help you track the air quality in your area and make informed decisions about your health. Section 9. Your health is your wealth, staying informed and safe in smoke-filled times. The air quality crisis in Southern California is a serious situation. It's crucial to stay informed about air quality conditions in your area. Pay attention to health advisories from local officials. Take steps to protect yourself and your family from the harmful effects of wildfire smoke. Remember, your health is your most valuable